Yo, what's up guys, it's Garrison here and welcome back to the channel. So today, finally, I'll be doing my first listen to Sung Woon's 5th mini album called Sneakers. Now, I'm super excited to see how these B-sides are gonna break down at the end of the day. I mean, those who are familiar with Sung Woon's title tracks and B-sides, or even a fan of Sung Woon, do know that he not only just delivers in terms of title tracks, but also B-sides. Flashback to 2020 when he released Twilight Zone. I honestly titled that album as one of the album of the year type albums that year. Puzzle being my favorite B-side by him so far to date. It's definitely up there in the top 3 echelon, I've got to say. But believe it or not, this is gonna be my first ever Sung Woon first listen, despite listening to his B-sides and albums in the past before. So aside from that, I'm seeing familiar names on this track listing. Let's just get into it, shall we? Alright, so this first song is called On and On. I'm seeing Sung Woon work with Sojuwon and Vendors. Now, if y'all not familiar with Vendors has worked with Sung Woon extensively in the past before. Not only in B-sides, but in title tracks as well, such as Blue Maze, such as Bird, but also has worked with other amazing artists as well, the likes of GOT7, the likes of 101, a throwback to those days, and that particular song called Flower Bomb has worked with Ooh-Ah's a B-side called Payday. But let's just get into it. Oh. Whoa. No way. Really went the sort of retro wave kind of route with this, with the bass guitar and the drum kit, sure, but in such a steady paced kind of tempo. Love the keyboard work in this. But I really love the vibes in this song. Somewhat of like a woodwind instrument in the back. That electric guitar though. It's like a mirage in a dream. As pretty as a lie. Love the chord progression in this song. And how he pours out his soul in this song is just everything. Really took the 80s route. those midis and Those synths though in the song. Wow, what a way to start this mini album. I mean, on and on. This is what I love about vendors. Vendors and Sung Woon, I tend to mess with their songs so much. They know how to hit the right points, the right turns in the songs, and how this song flows though really fascinates me, and the tempo to it really. Hearing this kind of retro wave 80s sort of, I wouldn't say heavily synth wave nor city pop, but like a good mix of the two in quite a slow and tempo R&B kind of tempo that I'm getting from On and On here. Just how he pours his soul in this too is everything. Once I heard that bass guitar work, I'm like, oh, what is this? Then I heard them classic drums come in, that drum kit work. I already know he's gonna hit them 80s points on this one, and he really did. My golly, On and On. I love the power notes he hits in this, and as well, and the twists and turns and moments, the layering in this song, the nuances. It has everything that I want plus more, kind of my style. I shouldn't say kind of my style, so up my alley in terms of style. This is what I've said in the past before, that one of the best things that ever happened to K-pop, retro, synthwave, disco, synth pop, city pop, the list goes on, all those genres coming back from the 80s into K-pop, into 2020, into 2021 here and there now, and I'm all for it, how we get this kind of side to Sung Woon. But let me break down certain points in the song that I really love. But let's just start from the beginning. Enough talk. Just start from the beginning. Okay, so here we're hearing the sort of the rolling of the tape or something going on here. I like this kind of sampling going on here at the beginning. Still hear it, and then the bass guitar, but then you hear the do 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 do. Ooh! And then when he comes in though, when he comes on the track though, it's just so beautiful. It's just so good. It has all them vibes over it. This passes the vibe check, if there is any vibe check on Sung Woon's songs, but so good. He just swoons us with his vocals in this one, with this lovely 80s instrumental. I only think about you, that you're everything to me. What do you think about me? I want to go back. Oh, I think what even hits harder for me is near the end of this line. I want to go back. Wow. What do you think about me? And in the back, we hear that percussion instrument, or was it the woodwind instrument at this point? It's just love that all the elements in this song so much. Sure, you could have that classic bass guitar. Sure, you could have the classic drum kit work in this with the synths. But when you add in more of these elements that just work, so good. So much texture and depth in this song, really. And here we go. That electric guitar though, it goes crazy. It adds so much to the song. The riffs. Absolutely so good. And then when we go in to here, love how it just continues and rides out into the end with the on and on. So good, on and on, everyone. What a way to start this mini album, everyone. Definitely gonna be one of my favorite B-sides coming from Sung. Maybe the favorite one on this mini album, but I haven't gotten into the other B-sides yet, so let's just get into the next song, shall we? Alright, so this next song is called Why Don't You See a Movie, also known as 영화 한 편 볼까 하는데. Sorry for butchering it up like crazy. I'm still trying to get better with my Korean. All sorry everyone, sorry, but working with, of course, vendors again, we love to see it, so let's just get into it. What a lovely start with acoustic guitar. Ooh. Very dreamlike. Ooh. Very sweet, of course, too. Love how he delivers the chorus in this song. Very charming, I got to admit, how he delivers his lines. Somewhat atmospheric because the instruments aren't so prominent in this good amount of the time. Very filtered, I'd have to admit. Oh, the strings here. Bass guitar. Quite playful, the lines. Ooh. So that was Why Don't You See a Movie? 영화 한 편 볼까 하는데. Oh, that was a really sweet and lovely sound. I've got to admit, like I said, very charming in most moments. Very light with it in terms of delivery, but somewhat atmospheric in how these instruments are not so like prominent. They're more so like filtered at times. But I really love the introduction of certain instruments, certain percussion instruments in this song that I got to admit that add quite a bit to the song, to be honest. They really do. So let me bring back certain parts that really show that in here. About here, I believe. Love the snapping in this. Or the claps. See, like you could hear the acoustic guitar, but it's like kind of like mixed in a way where it's quiet or like filtered out, you know what I'm saying? Love the background vocals he added in here. Shippo baby. A little plucking of the bass guitar. Where does it come in? I think in the bridge to the final chorus. Yep. So transitioning, okay, we got the bridge here. Ooh, I love how the chimes come in like that. So nice. You hear it? So magical, like a movie. And then these strings in the back that are constantly going. They're just constantly in the back there, but not too loud. With his background vocals. Them chimes again. So much depth and texture in this song. And here I'm like, are the string instruments, like the violins, coming in again? No, this is more so the plucking of the string instruments or guitar going on here. Let's see here. Yeah, some sort of plucking going on in the back on my left side. Ooh, 영화 한 편. Okay, I'm gonna have to get down the lyrics, of course, to sing along to the song. I can see myself singing along to the song because it's just so lovely and sweet. But let's just get into the next B-side now. So this next song is called Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo. I'm seeing Ayo and Dress working with Sung Woon on this. Now, I'm really curious how this song's gonna go if I'm speaking about the same Dress, who works with various artists, and I also believe with K-pop artists, K-hip-hop, and K-R&B. I know that Dress has worked with Starship Entertainment on certain collabs. I know Dress has worked with one of my top favorite R&B artists, Don, that spells his stage name as DVWN, has also worked with Kid Millie on a collab album, Dress and Kid Millie hand in hand together. But let's just see how this goes. Ooh. These hi-hats with this keyboard work. I love how easygoing this song is so far. Oh, those strings there, or synths in the back. And this bass going on. The shitty-doo-dah. Little brass sounds in the back. Earlier there, though. Yep, definitely strings in the back with this bass going on. So good. Just love how the chorus goes in this. Oh. What a line there. Love the trap elements in this with the hi-hats, of course, with the bass and the keyboard and the strings. Do I do? Yeah, a bit of brass instruments there. Oh. Wow. I can't really pinpoint it, but sure there's keyboard work, but there's that constant sort of organ sound going on, and then the organ playing here and there sort of going on. But Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo, one of my favorites up there, I've got to admit. I wouldn't say the top favorite by any means, but Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo, I love how dynamic it is with it. It has its tropes to it, and that's what I love about songs when they have tropes to it. And I mean that by how these instruments really play out and these unexpected moments happen and occur in this song. Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo, Ayo, Andres, gotta give it to them. They really did an outstanding job on this one, especially in the chorus. I think the chorus and the bridge really stand out to me the most in this. I think the post-chorus really is a good follow-up to after the chorus in this one. But let's bring it from the beginning and then sort of fast forward. Right from the beginning, I love how the keyboard goes. But I love that sort of youthful, falling in love at a young age sort of like vibe to it. You feel me? Like falling in love kind of moment. Not even necessarily like while in young, just like falling in love, you know? But as it transitions here, we get to here. Oh well, this is a good line right here. Roll your feet like a child. I might miss it forever, really. Yeah, this is where the strings come in. I really love how the strings do. I love how it sort of, I would say, sort of ascends and then it can do. So good. Nice ad there. And how this bass rolls out. Boom. I do. What should I do? And I love how playful he is with it. Sure, there's that kind of vocal effect in some moments, but I think that adds so much. How he's just not like, what should I do? More so of a, what should I do? That so good. The melodies in this song, am I right? Yeah, bit of brass instruments going on here in this moment. Very light. I'm a child of love that I learned through writing. How difficult is the human heart? Oh. Express something like this. Love the lyrics in this song too. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, just call me. Oh. And then we continue here, we continue here. Oh, yep, it's this part, this moment that gets me. My cheeks are red like puberty. My fully ripened heart is also red. Got me a little chuckling there for a bit, honestly. Really, the initial phase of falling in love or crushing on someone. Really love how that's titled under the title of the song too. What do I do? What should I do? Do that. The brass there again. And how it ends to the release there, so good. I love Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo here, but let's just get into the next one now. Alright, so this next song is called Gyolsari, also known as Don't Leave Me Alone. Seeing vendors work hand in hand together again, of course, but let's go. The whistling here. Much more slower in tempo from the other ones. Ooh. So is it Don't Leave Me Alone instead? I'll lower my head and drop my eyes. I try to live. Oh, the keyboard there. This vocal work here though. This song that I can definitely listen to on like a night drive or walk. Or just simply at home. Or for comfort. Ooh, the layering here. Are you like me? You don't look like me. Yep. Oh my goodness. And the ending with the strings there. Don't leave me alone or don't leave me alone. I like how the mood is in this song. Really, it's very chilled, relaxed, and laid back. Like I said, can be played on a night drive, a night walk, or simply just chilling at home, or for comfort, it seems like, based on the lyrics that I'm seeing here and reading here. I like how the drums, the bass guitar was done, but I like the addition of the strings. I love how the strings are done in different ways throughout all the B-sides that we've heard together, to be honest here. I do appreciate this kind of song as it shows another side to Ha Sung-woon, of course, another add to the discography. And at moments there's songs like this that I really appreciate for and listen to on my own time within certain playlists and in my rotation when I'm feeling more for that kind of slow and tempo, moodier, chill type of beat or type of songs to listen to in my spare time, to study, to relax, and stuff like that. Really good song, I've got to admit. I like it. I wouldn't say it's my top song by any means, but I like it. I do appreciate for what it is and how everything really broke down from start to finish. But let's just get into the next B-side now. So this next song is called Bus, working with Vendors here, of course. I'm loving the consistency throughout this mini album, to be honest. I love how he continues to work with Vendors, but both of them keep on working together to the point where they do not come through with the same styles and genres with every release that it has Ha Sung-woon has put out in terms of title and B-sides, of course, which is obvious here in this first listen. But let's continue this. Very sweet right off the bat. Love how he's connecting these lines to the Tella song called Bus here. Very dreamlike and all. Oh. What's going on here? With this bass. Wee. I love the piano in this, but how he hits his notes in this is just so beautiful. Very, very dreamlike. And bright sounding for sure. The pink bus only runs. Come and take me far away. Ah, somewhere I know that, and then it's you. Somewhere I know at the end is you. Okay, that makes so much sense. Love the lyrics in this song, of course. Love how it's different than the other B-sides, of course, on this mini album. How it's very dreamlike, bright, and I would say sweet sounding, sure, but what makes this song quite fascinating is the layering in this song. There's more than just 2-3 layers in this song. There's multiple various layers in this song that adds so much to the song, I've got to admit. Like, let me bring it back like here. Love this kind of I would say playful piano going on in certain moments in this song, not throughout the entire song, mind you, but here and there, and it's really a nice add for sure. And how kind of he's coming through with more so of a breathy delivery in this song to add more to the mood. This was interesting though, how it switches up here with the bass, taking away all these dreamlike sounds that we heard earlier, sort of going through. Let's see here. Go to the left. Go to the right. I'm coming to you. Oh wow, I get it now. Here we go. So go to the left, go to the right. Crossing the melody that rides in the wind. Oh, wow. I love how it's quite creative here with this slight switch up in this small moment in this song. So good. And then we continue. Wait, here we wait, go back? Oh, wow. I love how it doesn't repeat. Sure, he says I know, but it goes on to the next word that he's saying in the line. I love it so much. So good. Kind of has that lo-fi vibe to it. I've got to admit, how chill sounding and how very padded down kind of sounding the instrumental really is in this one. Another song, but different from the previous song, mind you. It's more so a song that I could like study and listen along to, or just simply relax to. Not necessarily comfort me, but can console me for sure, I'd say. I love how it's not an ordinary bus, but a pink bus specifically. Oh, just so sweet. That was Bus, everyone. I really digged this song so much, but let's just get into the next B-side, and then I'll wrap things up. Tell y'all my final thoughts and concluding thoughts on this mini album. So let's just do that. So this next B-side to wrap things up for this first listen is called 야광 별, also known as Starlight. Now, I'm seeing sure vendors working with Ha Sung-woon again, but Lee Ju-hyung from Mono Tree, everyone. When I see any individual coming from the production team of Mono Tree, I gotta step back and think, how is this song really gonna go? I mean, specifically, Lee Ju-hyung has worked with huge artists in the past before it was on huge tracks. I'm talking about the likes of Luna, Hyunjin's Around You. I'm talking about, as of recently, when I listened to Red Velvet's Wendy's album, really beautiful ballad called The Road. Has worked with SM artists, of course, Red Velvet, EXO, the list really goes on. Has worked with JYP artists, has worked with WM artists, Oh My Girl, On and Off, and even Yua herself. So I'm sure this song's really gonna be good, whether it's a ballad or not. We shall see. If it's a ballad, I'm gonna go crazy. As some of y'all may know, I'm a sucker for ballads, so let's just get into it. Oh my. Wow. Just him with his piano. Oh my. And the acoustic guitar, so good. But such a beautiful song so far. Very heartwarming. The chimes there.
떨어지지 않게 꼭 지켜줄게요. 매일 밤 약속해줘. 반짝일 거라고. 늘 혼자인 게
Oh,
당연했었는데
hold up.
맘이 녹아내려 쏟아지는 저 야광 별처럼 Starlight 눈이 부셔 Starlight I want the Starlight
Wow.
우리만의 이야기를 꿈처럼 간직할래요. 내게 멀어지지 않는 별빛이 돼줘요. 눈 감아 약속할게요. 영원할 거라고.
Oh, yes. Oh, different kind of ending from your usual kind of ballad. I love how the chimes come down, sure, with the acoustic guitar, but then the slight playing there of the piano. Starlight, everyone. Gotta give it to them all. I mean, I gotta give it to vendors. I gotta give it to Lee Ju-hyung from Mono Tree, and of course, my man's Sung Woon, everyone. What a song to wrap up this mini album, and I've got to admit, I think this is definitely up there with On and On, I think. I really do. Like I said, I'm a sucker for ballads, but not any ordinary pop ballads, power ballads, etc., OSTs. Ballads that really take them to turns and twists and really play with my heart, and especially if they're heartwarming too. Sure, you may really qualify this as this can totally be an OST, sure, for any huge hit K-drama, but I love how there's moments where you cannot predict how the song goes in terms of certain sections. That's what I love about it. It's different from your usual ballad. And I've heard, trust me, I've heard Sung Woon's ballads, and they hit hard. They really do. I love his ballads so much that he's put out in the past before. It really goes to show you his range, what he can do, and how he can showcase his vocals and utilize certain vocal techniques. Such a beautiful whole vibrato I've heard from him, and certain vocal techniques and certain the kind of control he has is so good. Hidden certain lower notes, hidden certain higher notes, goes to show you he has a wide range that he could really mess with in terms of his vocal skill set, and also the genres that he messes with, the styles that he does throughout these genres as well, and how it always switches up, even though he's worked with vendors a lot. Sure. But adding in the likes of Dress, Ail, Lee Ju-hyung from we've just heard, and then even his title track by the production team, The Hub, of course, shout outs to them again for making a beautiful summery song that I can keep listening to beyond summer. I mean, I've been keeping it throughout my rotation. Must play once a day type of song. Such a mood lifter type of song. Obviously, Sneakers being my favorite track on this mini album to break things up. But overall, really to wrap things up, we went through On and On. Sort of this retro wave, I would say synthwave mix of city pop kind of mixed together. Not necessarily either one of them, but throwing back through the 80s with those classic drum kit works. Of course, you got the synths, you got the bass guitar, but what made it quite interesting was the electric guitar. I've got to admit, it added so much to the song. I love the vibes in that song. Passes the vibe check. I mean, all these songs do. Then you go into Why Don't You See a Movie, Younghwa. That song is very, very magical. It really is. And then we move on to Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo. Sort of a falling in love type of beat song. I like how it really is dreamlike and all. Then we move on to Don't Leave Me Alone or Leave Me Alone. I'd say it's quite consoling, in a matter of fact. Throughout all these songs, love the lyrics to all these songs, and also in the title track, seeing that the lyrics are done by a phenomenal lyricist, Choi Yoon-kyung, of course. Seen Choi Yoon-kyung work with huge other artists in the past before. And then we moved on to Bus. Not just any ordinary bus, but a pink bus. I thought it was really nice and sweet kind of song. Really love the melody in this song called Bus. Love how the lyrics tied to the song and led to the meaning of Bus and what he was trying to say in Bus. Then we concluded with Starlight. Such a beautiful, magical ballad in the works with Vendors and Lee Ju-young coming from Mono Tree, everyone. I really love how beautiful that song really is, and how we get to hone in his vocals alone with the piano, and how later on other instruments get introduced, and then all those instruments conclude together at the very end of the song to wrap things up. Not your usual ballad, mind you, but such a cohesive album, I've got to admit, and really shows his range at the same time. Really got to admit, though, I love his B-sides. I've said it before, I'm saying it again, I can't emphasize that enough. Would love to see more people take the time to really listen to his B-sides and give it a shot. If you got someone who hasn't listened to his B-sides or let alone his title tracks before, try to convince them, because they'll go on a magical journey ride just like us, just like me, as I did here throughout this first listen. This was such a cohesive fifth mini album called Sneakers. Very fun, but also had its moments that how he poured out his soul and on, how he was quite emotional with it and sweet with it at times, and showed a variety range of emotions. And that is what I call an artist, everyone. An artist who can really show his range, his or her range, right? Really mess with different genres, but also not only having other people and production teams set him up, but him himself being in the works. I'm talking about in the lyrics, in the composing side. I saw Sung Woon working in the both ends for pretty much all of these songs, except for Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo, which showed a nice twist and way different side to Sung Woon, but still showed his signature sound in that at the end of the day. So really, 10 out of 10 album. I've got to admit, fifth mini album here got Sneakers. If I would rate everything like I do throughout my first listens, mind you, first listen, it could really change being favorites, but I gotta go Sneakers, obviously, in terms of title track. But besides On and On, it would go On and On, Starlight, and then Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo, and Bus, and then so on and so forth. Yeah, just due to stylistically wise and how everything went down. But all in all, I really love all these B-sides after this first listen. It was so worth my time. Thank you for all who made it this far in this first listen. Let me know if you did. I do appreciate y'all's feedback for these first listens. If you enjoy how I really break down things, and really shouting out these production teams, these lyricists and singer-songwriters, because I always want to give credit where credit is due, and I can't emphasize that enough throughout my reaction videos, but more heavily in my first listens throughout single albums, mini albums, full albums, special albums, repackage albums, right? We've even seen special albums these days. But hey, this has been Garrison. As always, be sure to like, share, maybe subscribe, as it helps out the channel so much, and just warms my heart connecting with y'all about Sung Woon in the comment section down below. Quick shout out to him for getting a win with sneakers on the show. Of course, we love to see it. I saw him win with sneakers on the show. Well-deserved song to get a win, of course. I saw his backup dancer stacking up sneakers and all. But as I say throughout my videos, also, have a great day, have a good night, have a good afternoon, wherever you are. Be sure to educate yourselves on what is truly sounding and what's going on in the world, though. If you have not yet, be sure to, and peace.